What is going on, Colts Nation? Welcome back to another episode of Bring the Juice. Guys, just wanted to bring you some updates for day 7 of Indianapolis Colts training camp. We're basically a week away from the Indianapolis Colts' first official preseason game for this upcoming season. They'll play Sunday, August 11th against the Broncos at home. So, couple more practices to go this week, and then the first little bit of action we're gonna see. First things first, right off the top, Shane Steichen, I believe it was reported that Shane Steichen will decide later this week if starters are going to play at all in the beginning of these games versus not. I mean, again, I know a lot of people definitely always get concerns about starters playing in preseason games, but a lot of times teams that don't do that end up having a lot of their starters start out week one playing very awfully. Um, there's risk and there's potential reward when it comes to starting or having starters play early and get in some of these preseason games. You can get some good rewards out of it, but at the same time, it is definitely a concern. You don't want to get them injured too much, but we'll have more on that for you guys later in the week. But as far as what we had going on today, this is from a bunch of people here today, so I'm kind of just going back and forth with these as we go. So just let me get going here. Tyquan Lewis was working on the interior for the starters. So Latu and Pay were coming off the edge, and Buckner and Lewis were on the interior. That definitely could be a sign of what we could see to come later in the future. Going forward, Kwity Paye had a would have been sack on Richardson earlier in 11 on 11s. Richardson connected with Adonai Mitchell down the sideline, who absolutely destroyed Jones at the line of scrimmage. Richardson actually left the throw short, so Mitchell had to adjust to his body to pull the ball in, or else it would have been a 75-yard touchdown from what we're hearing. Richardson did have a slightly off day today. Overall, it sounded like the offense in general kind of had an off day, which happens. Some units play really well some days, and some days they don't. And Richardson just wasn't quite his usual self. He did have a much better end to practice than how he started. Left quite a few. He had a little bit of a difficult time adjusting because he actually left a couple throws short later in the practice because earlier in the practice he missed Alec Pierce by overthrowing him early, and then he proceeded to try to adjust too much and ended up underthrowing most of his wide receivers. So it was an up and down day for Anthony Richardson, but you are going to still have one of those. We did fully expect that to potentially happen. Flacco finds Mitchell in the flat, who made a nice move on Baker Jr. Anthony Gold made a beautiful move. They gave Flowers no choice but to grab him. Leaving most of his throws short. It is what it is. Destin also saying that it's been a rough day for Jalen Jones, no matter who his assignment has been on. Trey Sermon had a nasty juke move to pick up a first down today. Joe Flacco with a solid throw to Anthony Gold. Anthony Richardson connected with Alec Pierce on a pretty deep ball at the start. Trevor Denbrough intercepted Sam Ellinger in the end zone today. Defense ended up winning the majority of the drives that happened today. So, it is what it is. You're going to have some things that are good, some things that are bad. Anthony Richardson did have a 25-yard back shoulder TD to Michael Pittman at the end of 11 on 11s. So that it was an impressive play. But as I said, offense was a little bit out of it today. A couple other things that's going on here. Jonathan Taylor talking about the offense and how they've looked in camp. He said, I think we just have to continue to build on our communication. Second year with everybody being together, so that's a big plus for us. That's an advantage for us, but we also have to make it an advantage for us. So definitely understands that, there's still some unfinished work that needs to be done. So all things considered, there was a little bit of a brief skirmish today. Will Fries versus Julian Blackman this time, but it was over quickly, it says. Practice concluded with a call-it drill from the plus 25. End of the day, Richardson ended with 8 for 13 with a TD and 2 different sacks on the day. EJ Speed also accounted for the other sack. So that is really good. Destin also coming up here showing a few things as well. Juju Brent's also saying made a crazy athletic play to prevent Ogletree from getting into the end zone on what looked like an easy walk-in opportunity. Gus apparently had choice words for his second team defense after allowing a completion, aka an F-bomb. Apparently he brought that word out. So yeah, Shane Steichen opened up media availability by congratulating Dwight Freeney on being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Zaire Franklin also spoke today to how much he loves competing against Anthony Richardson and Jonathan Taylor. He also went on to say he believes Taylor is the best running back in the NFL. Linebacker Zaire Franklin laughed and said he's also he is glad he got out of special teams before this new kickoff change. So that was pretty funny nonetheless. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, for the 11 or for day 7 of practice. Some good stuff from the offense, some bad stuff from the offense, some good stuff from the defense, some bad stuff from the defense. It was pretty even throughout the day, even though the defense sounded like they got a little bit of more of the better bargain there. But again, you're going to have some of those, and we're going to see some more practices here soon. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. Let me know your thoughts on all of this. Thank you so much. And as always, go Colts.